Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna send all those out. I hope that volume is reasonable, and I need this over here. Yeah. Hopefully, people can hear me. I may need to adjust that sound a little bit. Sound. Video interface general. Okay. Everyone get hype. Woo. I'll give people a minute or two to mosey on in, but welcome everybody. Hopefully volume's good. No problems there. I did find it interesting that the game doesn't like my normal sound settings at 176000, so wait, the menu wasn't appearing on screen? Okay, hold on a second. Now I have to see if that actually appears on screen, because if it doesn't, that's hilarious, but I think it'll do better than Mega Man. Such. That's interesting. So, I don't know what to think about that. We'll see as the game goes along if that continues. I don't know what that would be. Definitely I don't think it would be the OBS, but anyway, and sorry for the sound interruptions here. The game today for my end of the year list investigations, streaming wise, is CrossCode. It is a 2D action RPG. It is SNES graphics, but it's supposedly got a fast-paced combat system that combines Zelda like dungeons with equipment that you would expect from RPGs, which is basically really up my alley. It was a game that I had always pegged to cover, but it was an early access, which is always a, okay, hold on. And then, yeah, some interesting elements otherwise. I'm also noticing, give me a second here. I am going to restart OBS because I'm noticing that. Yeah, give me a second here. You guys are really trying to get under my skin early. Okay, that may be better. I'm hoping that's better, considering I can actually see some things move at this point. Okay. Yeah, stuff is animated. That's what I was wondering, what the hell was going on. I'm not sure what happened there. But we're going to get into it. We're going to stop playing around. CrossCode, designed with challenge in mind for both combat and puzzles. We encourage every player to try the game with its intended difficulty. Okay, so there's assists. Ooh, Bento-chan. No idea what that would... Oh, those bells sound like Chrono Trigger almost. I know you can hear me. Where is he? This guy in portrait? Okay, so is this the character that we're playing as? I don't know. Shizuka, please don't do this. Maybe an intro sequence, but who knows? Japanese shrines. It's obviously going to be a tutorial section, but... Oh, okay, so we got some sort of... I'm using an Xbox controller in case you couldn't tell. Okay, simple attacks, simple dodge system. Good action music. Feels reminiscent of the SNES era. Although there's a little bit of... I want to say Genesis in there a little bit. I wish I knew why I changed the heat all of a sudden, but... Okay, so we're trying to save our friend. So I'm assuming a super attack. Showing us all the skills. We obviously have a badass on our side here. Okay, so it's a level, so it's an inside of a game, which means that she'll probably have everything stripped from her. I don't think I'm thinking of that Kill Collins. I'm thinking of the style on of usually you'd hear on the Genesis in terms of like the tones and the beats. Okay, so her brother is in some kind of statement or some kind of like deadly illness that only he can do this too. It is done. Dead. I doubt that she's going to get away now. You've scarred her for life. Well done. I have no idea what specifically is going on. I was surprised. I was expecting more interference there. But a good opening sequence to set the stage. Yeah, I've been watching it, Gogeta, and I've been really interested. But again, with all the games that you try to cover, it's just like, how do you get to it? No. Are we being rebooted? Virtual ricochet projectiles. I remember balls. Okay, so this is very strange. Oh, so there's a bullet hell or like a top-down shooter mechanic too? Ooh. Yeah, I love the like. So it's got the futuristic look with like things like the headband and the anime styles characters, but like it also works well with the 16-bit graphics style too, giving enough detail to see those key features. You. Gotta love the detail on the turtleneck there. Charge mode. Okay, so Okay, so we don't have to actually hold the button to charge. That's interesting. Yes, her rack is reasonable. Mermaid illustration, aka Andrea, aka my girlfriend, pointing out all the important things in video games. I mean, we have somebody here who gives her a run for her money, though. Welcome to our crazy cargo hold. We got our typical mechanic character, Carla, which is a typical mechanic character. So are we robotic? Are we an android? Were we a creation of that guy to be her brother? Because, I mean, it's an interesting here. That was a different name than what we saw in the intro. They were different hairstyles and everything, but the body was pretty consistent. Do we run anime style? I think we run anime style. So it's a puzzle element? Okay. Talk to you? Oh. Okay. Can I go through? Yep, there we go. Shit. Yeah, it looks like that could be Lucio's sister. It's actually a good comparison. Okay, so I'm assuming bounce it off the wall. There we go. I do like the fact that there is a bullet mechanic in this. So I need to be able to get up. Okay, so height makes a difference. That's important. But it doesn't apply there. So how do I get this one? Oh. There we go. Okay, so it's introducing us to the puzzle mechanics as well. So it's introduced us to combat. It's introducing us to puzzles. Probably should have talked to her. More switches. Woo. Okay, so multi-portion switches. It's introducing a lot to begin with. I feel like at some point you would not want to do that. Okay, so how? There we go. It's like a very, very small window. We have to wait for the charge. Well, but... we can't wait for too many charges. Okay. Simple. Okay. So sometimes a solution seems like it's in place, but in fact, there's another way around it. So it's telling you, you know, go look for something else. But they're robotic mice. I want them to be my friends. There we go. Starting another CrossCode game too. Yeah, I mean, I probably won't pick it up again until my end of the year. I mean, I'll play enough to get my determination for my end of the year list, because again, a lot of the streams that you've been seeing lately have been because of that. It's, okay, I need to figure out what my game of the years are, and I am trying to catch up, but... I do like the movement on them. It feels like, you know, under control, but not too crazy. So charge shots, going through that, that's fine. Okay, simple and, oh, I missed one. Probably that guy. Straightforward. Long tutorial. Oh, noes. Ah, dash. So charged attacks make some sense in the fact that they repel attacks, so there is some patience. What would you say your video of Total... Favorite video of Total Biscuit, you mean? Who? It was one of his discussions on game reviews. I don't remember specifically off the top of my head at which one it was, what the title of it was. Oh, great. You gave me my melee attacks. I was wondering why I was... unable to do that. I like how she's like, ooh, really? That's good. It is weird that the stick, the aiming stick, if you have it on, it shoots while the same button for the ranged attack is the melee attack, which is a little bit off-putting at first, not gonna lie. I would have to see more of the game, obviously, to see how much that plays into the game's portion. What was my favorite W2F is? Ooh. It's all about time we explain the circumstance. Okay, short break. Need to report to captain. Blah, blah, blah. Name's Leia. Oh, he's grumpy. Okay, sure. Favorite WTF video is... I'm not sure. The expressions are fantastic, but I mean, it feels like that comical anime style. But how would you not notice your horns until... I mean, if I had a jetpack, I'd probably not want to give it up to, regardless of how old it is. Oh, I think his Shadow Warrior one is one of my favorite ones. I think it was the fact that he sounded so joyful during it. The sprites reacting would have been a nice touch, but it may have been one of those things where it's like, okay, maybe a little bit overkill. It'll make a determination there, like how far in the game we get, like how much detail there are in other places. Rhombus Square. There's a lot. So I will give the game this. It's setting itself up nicely, but like it's taking a while for it to get going. Oh, we're the Avatar. Spheromancer. Oh, I'm the talk of the town. The smug look. I know I'm shit. I'm the shit. The facial expressions are really good, though, in these window portions. What's up, Ignat? Playing some CrossCode. I mean, Spheromancer has a nice touch, but what does this make you, the captain of geometry? I mean, whoa. It's a weird to see the like the discoloration, like almost like evil, but Andrea, sometimes the weirdest things remind you of things, and I'm not. Why about the boxes in particular? Also, where am I? Okay, I'm under the ship. That's a lot of shipping crates. That's a shit ton of shipping crates. I have a name. Crossworlds, okay. Yes. Okay, so it's like Sword Art Online, sort of, kind of? Yeah, I don't think anybody would want to partake as a lowly worker here, but... Top 10 worst game... Be wary. My lists are 15 right now, and it's top 15 disappointments, which many of them are games, but there are a couple of non-games on there. I'm hoping to have the overlooked one done by the end of the week. I got 10 of the 15 audio sections recorded. Rhombus Square. Probably because the worst games on the list. I think a lot of people have gotten to the point where the worst games of the year, like we've hit a certain quality in terms of like, you know, the Steam garbage like Slaughtering Grounds. People are not going to bother with anymore because there's just so much of it. So it's got to be bigger in terms of bad games. And when it comes to those are usually special in those portions. Things like The Quiet Man. Also, hi, Ignat. Bubsy is not in my top 15 disappointments. You want to know why? Because it was made in 2017, not 2018. It was at the end of 2017. It escapes the wrath just because. Hi! I think Ingnut was maybe working through, hinting at something there. Hi! Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, the hair color, this hair dye, so... It's got almost... It's a lot more than 30K. Also, of course, the Quiet Man is on the list. I already talked to you. Does it give me a quest? Just have a look around the ship. Pseudo-robot thing. How dare you? How rude! How dare you talk to me like that? Speciest. Aww. I mean, who doesn't play as the cute girl in MMOs? I do. Nope, not spoiling the fun. A good reference to what was coming. The fact that I could only say hi to things, though, is getting a little bit irritating. In a certain way, Dynasty, it will be. But it won't be, the game itself won't be on the list. Oh, so optional. Show us the balls. Language. I feel like somebody needs to teach language here. Oh. Okay, so there's sides of it that I have to deal with. Okay, cool. That teaches that. That's... Okay, I see. Okay, good so good introduction. That is a perfect introduction to a new mechanic. No. I've put Andrea through enough with my horrible pronunciation. Maybe a little later. We'll get started on this first. Okay, so they can't see without the air goggles. I like the futuristic setting. I like, you know, that it's trying to set up this world. But with action RPGs, yeah, I feel like you gotta get a little bit more into it. I could only say hi. Okay, so combat training? I find it interesting that that it almost tells you which NPCs are not worth time. Also, I'm in your food. You probably should be yelling at me right now. What's the bridge? Because I want to get into the action part of the game just because I feel like it's going to be a good portion of the game that is going to attract people. Like, story-wise, yeah, but... Oh, is he going to be the one fighting us? Oh, our target bot. Why do I have a feeling something is going to happen? Oh. Old Betty. I forget what dash is. There we go. Ow. I didn't really keep my aim that well. Yeah, it definitely has a Zelda portion of it. Yeah, wide margin of side content. Yeah, on a game like this, I would expect that. Okay, so now we have a dodge and a guard. Also, I like how they worked that in a little bit. Like, oh, why do you not have that? Oh. Okay. I am now Mini Reinhardt. I see. Keep on pressing the wrong button there. Yeah, I mean, so games will start slow, and if it's 80 hours, then okay, fine. But you gotta play to your strengths a little bit. Oh, okay, so they've got overheat portions. Interesting. So there's such a difference between the fact that your dodge button and your shield button is the same thing, but it's whether or not you're moving the stick. That is such an interesting combat mechanic, though. Oh, fine. I'll go inside. Uh-oh. Is it a kraken? Oh, it's a flying lady. What a particular location we have here. Ye dauber. Uh-oh. Is he dead? He's dead. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A giant enemy crab! Oh, good. Boss battle! Okay, so do I really even need to attack him here? He seems to do things on his own. So it's teaching me, it's teaching or testing what I've learned already. That did significant damage to me. Simple pattern mechanics. Getting used to things. I expect that early. Something about the lasers are a little bit off, though. Ow. I noticed my HP regenerated, but I'm not actually sure why. I have defeated your giant enemy crab. Was hoping it was a lady with a nice rack. Of course you did. Level up. It doesn't look like I'm coming with you. Oh, does he have rocket launchers? Thank you, kind captain. But I want to help him. Oh. I mean, it does seem counterproductive. Maybe he had some stabilizing problems and he needed the weight on it to help that. I mean, if I'm a robot, do you really... I mean, I'm android, robot, avatar. I mean, I guess... Ow! Nope. Not letting you get any clear... Uh-oh. Nope, 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 nope. See you later. Misdirection always works. What's your idea? Oh. Oh, you could just create... Okay, fine, sure. You could just create them. I feel like you're hacking the Matrix. Oh, this is the Matrix. Never mind. Time to split. You down pile of instant matter. Stop putting your trash all over the ship. This ain't going nowhere. Jet, we did it, but he almost got us. The neutralizer? I mean... Ooh. Good effects for 16-bit graphics. Ooh, nice effect there, too. Getting an ActRaiser vibe. Like the pull out and then the pull in. We're going to be in another town right away. So we're in the actual game part of the game. Why am I not... Okay, so like I missed part of the portion. She does have a point. You really don't think about these things until they come up in practical scenarios. I mean, being a short person is great. Let me out! I trusted you. This does feel like, you know, somebody's teaching you things. Oh, of course. We have a rival. Rookie dungeon number 3. I mean, you'd think so, but... Ah. Oh, we can't bash her in the head? Okay, so this is puzzles? Ah, okay. So... Puzzle switches. Okay, got it. Oh, I see. I see your game. How am I gonna do this? I am smart. Okay, so I'm assuming I need to hit all. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're assuming that this person is going to try to beat us, so we got to do this fast, right? Are you guys going to attack me? Because it would probably be good if you attacked me. The game has got that X factor of, like... You know that somebody has been, like... This is a personal project. This is, you know, something that they wanted to create because it's their dream. Open the map. Inspect the environment. Sandwiches? Tea? It'll be interesting to see how well this plays versus a controller. Okay. So I'm assuming I gotta go up this way to open up one part. There we go. I am good at games. Not really, but besides the point. I'm assuming that I'm gonna have to knock that. Okay. Oh. Oops. Okay. I have the right idea, just the timing was a little off. There we go. You could tell, like the details around everything, like even the run animation. If you look at it, there is some detail in that run animation. I forget how long this has been in early access. Okay. I like the numbers on the floor to say, okay, this is what you need to do next. I did pretty good. I wouldn't say that I did any, like, I didn't S rank everything, but I did A's and B's, I want to say. Okay, so we got one of them. Next one. Okay, so if we hit that, it does that. But then we got to do that. And then we probably need to do that. You just gotta think. I see. So it doesn't move until I hit the switch. And then, and then... And then, and then, This is actually really effective puzzling for this type of top-down portion, too. Like, things are easy to see, things are easy to comprehend, but it's not too... over the top. I don't like the fact that they weren't able to hit me from down there. It feels like they should be able to turret up and punish me for not getting up on their level. $2012. That's a long cycle. I mean, it's not really a long cycle when you think about it. I mean, for a game like of this complexity, but nowadays it feels like a really long cycle, especially with early access. I could at least still say hi. Then why did he want me? Thanks for depressing me while in the middle of playing a game. Skill? Character menu activated. Okay. Okay, wait. Equipment. A rookie belt. Rookie boots. Equip. Rookie blades. Rookie hat. So I gotta put all the things on. Rookie hat. Rookie... so I get blades in both my arms. Interesting. I like how I have 2 blades, but 1 boot. not boots, 1 boot. Okay, so they're showing how effective equipment is because I'm dealing a lot more damage than I was. They weren't giving XP before? Really? No, you're not gonna charge. I'm not gonna let you charge. I let him charge, though. Okay, that's my quick menu, and that pauses the battle. I wonder how effective that'll be. No Man's Sky number 2 made a name for, or No Man's Sky made a name for itself afterward, though. It's supposed to reach level 2? Well, you know what? Oh, I see. You want me to do this. Another small mechanic. I see your game. Okay, let's think about this here. I knew what I was doing. Yeah, I don't know how Star Citizen is... Like, it feels like its progress is... I don't know. I mean, I don't see much for all that they're asking for, too. It's just... I actually need to face the enemy to use my shield. Oh, I can distract him with... That's actually sort of cool. But I'm not sure why I would want to do that when I can... Unless if there's a... Nope. Ow. Uh-oh. Nope. Shield mode. I broke your shield already. Okay, so front shield on. Interrupting attacks. That's nice. Oops. Ow. So it does seem to give a little bit more for aggression with those things like the interrupts, where it allows for defensive options, but it allows for you to really be aggressive if you want to, which I do like. I like the fact that the game is giving me some ways to play it differently. There we go. Simple enough. I do expect the difficulty ramp up here in a little bit, because it really hasn't pushed me as much. Already at level 4. Unlock the Master of Turrets. Gee, I wonder if that's a reference to something. I probably could have listened to what he said, but I am having a really good time with this, which, this is going to sound weird. Sucks because it's just yet another game that I got to play more of before my end of the year list. That means that I've got to put more time in, which means it's great to play great games, but it's just like, part of me is like, I really wish some of these games would have, like, I didn't put so much on me. Wow, that is a huge tree. I did not expect... I did not expect to see a skill tree like that. Okay. Circuits. Increase defense. Increase focus. Attack. HP. I am usually a defensive character player, but I feel like I want to look at the skills here. Because that's the first thing I'm going to want to get. I'm actually going to get focus, because I want something like a ball of steel. It's going to take a while. Master of Turrets, I think it's more of a Master of Unlocking reference, like Resident Evil. Oh, I learned my name. I mean, you're not seeming to add what the context is with the high Leia high, so I do actually question what's taking so long, because you're not really doing any specific checks. It's like add word to vocabulary. I question our programmer behind this. Aw. Emily. Eliminator. It's pathetic. I have to admit, I like the cheese name. Uh-oh. Hi? Okay, prove it. Prove it. Oh, you've exposed the cheater here. So this is our man of justice. And here's our straight-laced character. Okay, hold on. It is actually possible to be here, I figured, but, what's going on with this guy's hair? It makes it seem like he's got a patch of dirt, or like, you have a part of your lawn that's, you know, been dug up, so you get those patches of dirt that you have to plant, and it's the opposite way. That's the only thing I can see in his hair right now. Who are you? At least we're friends. I mean, I like how she's not even questioned. Like, wait a minute, she's the only person who's at level 4? That does seem weird, considering I beat her and I'm at level 3. Yeah, nope. Look at all the people. I just noticed that she had a tail. Okay, so I can quick travel. Okay, you're teaching me quick travel. That's cool. I'm glad that her conversations with me have only needed me saying hi and my name. That'll change, but... Hello? I also like how, like, even though this is an MMO type world, that they are keeping the MMO experience in there in terms of trying to go with the themes. Like, the fact is, you got the French portion of the we and the, language that, yeah, she should probably be speaking French, but you get the idea from it. You get the idea that she's from a different country than you, but you're now both in the same place. Wouldn't you want to design... I mean, this is supposed to be a game, right? The Nerd Hub. This is my home. There's probably anime in there. Schneider. I do wonder if there's going to be classes in here. Because they've mentioned Spearmancer, Triblader. Okay, so items, not necessarily money, but I need the items in question, like as in resources. I died of water. I don't know why that interests me so much, but how deep is that fountain? Is my question. Or is it just because I'm in a world and I'm supposed to be a robot type like character and therefore I touch water and everything starts to short out? Okay, optional quests. I love those little details in games, those... Like, it makes you question things like, whoa, wait, hold on a second. Yeah, we're going in. Oh, we got to be part of the circles. Ooh, shiny things. Oh god, this is Chrono Trigger. This is the like the bells is like the bells immediately sounded of Chrono Trigger, like the end of time. So it must be something that we may need to break. Okay, so we're trying to learn of the history. You made the collection of 4 elements: heat, cold, shock, and wave. Okay, so the 4 crystals. Shades a key? The Disc of Insight. The Shade of Leaf. Funky! Stop hacking the system. And come on, I want to go. Hush, I almost got it. You already said that 5 minutes ago. Well, I mean, that's true. I am so talking to them. Oh, so there's now factions too. God, there's a lot to this game. Okay, visit all the factions. Sure, makes sense. There is a shit ton, man. All right. Quests in menu. Focus the quest on the details. Select more details. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So you can bring it up with the left or right stick. Humble Medical, a part of the local trading association. Hi. Oh, sure. Let's begin the quests. Okay. Okay, so it looks like the vendors are... that is a complicated buy system. Who doesn't enjoy being in space? Pentafist. That means she punches things repeatedly. Hedgehags? Are they hedgehogs who are witches? Hi. Hi. Status of your party members. Change behavior. Wow. So there's even multiple party members and how they fight I can control? All right. See you later, Ignat, and good luck on your exam tomorrow. Do we have any? Oh, we barely have. We got some random items, so let's go find these guilds things first and get some quests. Sure. If you're willing to make ice cream for me, I'm willing to get you ice. Yes, it is the Middle Ages, but I want some goddamn ice cream. How deep? Be water, my friend. It didn't work out so nice. It does look like it has a lot of depth. It may be really hard to get a grasp of everything from the get-go. Map? I forget where they said in Rookie Harbor. Okay, we already visited the CTC ambassador, which I don't remember that happening, but okay, sure. I think it was the trade guy. Thou dank swag-belled flout wench. Can I punch him? How dare you call me a wench? I'm standing on your computer. Oh, noes. Sure, heal trees. Okay, so we got 2 of the 4. We just got to find the other people. I'm assuming that there's going to be one on this side. Or close. Ooh, next content update. In-game, I'm assuming. What are you doing? No, my father didn't tell me to startle people. He told me to startle them all the time. Sure. Good to know, Brano. I'm assuming I'm gonna get lost. This seems like a game, but this seems like part of the fun is the fact that you're gonna get lost in it. There's just a lot that it throws at you. Elite quests. Okay, I'm level 4 right now, and that... He's a hacker. So, I'm assuming I need to get into this, whatever it's down here. And sandwiches. I mean, your sandwich is 2,500. Who is gonna buy a $2,500 sandwich? No one. That's who. All right, so I do like how they use the black to say you haven't been in here before, so you need to be in there. Money's kind of scarce. Main quest barely gives XP. Okay, so yeah, side quest. It sounds like it's a side quest kind of game. early on. All right. How do I get to that one place though? Okay, down here. Just trying to navigate this a little bit. Fall divers. Oh, like that style. Nice mud, some fresh blood. Geographical survey. Careless klutz, of course. There is always one. Yeah, sure, I'll help you out. The instincts of a... You keep on mentioning the instincts of a seeker. All right. There's 3 there, one down there. Let's go down again because I got to go to the left to get to the Summer's place. Or Autumn's place. So we'll go into the building here. Okay, this is the info center. I'm just going to run in here to say, hey, I'm here. And I'm run out. And there's a building over here. So many buildings. Are we riding rails? There seems to be a little bit of looseness there. Nope. I like how this has turned into a sort of a platformy kind of game. Okay, fine. We're gonna do this. Damn it. I'm gonna spend a lot of time on this, aren't I? Ah. Like, as soon as I do the directional portion, it's just like, no, it doesn't want anything of it. That's annoying, actually, though. Ha! That was sick. The smug look. Hi! May your mushrooms always be sauteed and your onions always be grilled, gravy girl. I love the charm of this writing. It doesn't look like anybody has any quests in here, so I'm not going to spend too much time. And there we go. This seems like a game... I really wish I would have started this sooner, because now I see myself having to put off the gameplay and story elements, the lists. I mean, I was expecting to get them done next week. Like, to finish my top 10 or top 15 overlooked games by Friday, and to start on the story and gameplay ones starting for next week on the weekend. But I feel like between this, Dragon Quest XI, and Ni no Kuni, I'm going to find myself doing a lot of catching up. Because I want to give those games a try. Like, I'm not going to play every game, but I felt like those of the ones that I really wanted to try, those were the ones that needed more attention, and this is getting to the point where you're like, okay, it could be competing for a real good spot on the list. So you're not gonna talk to me? Okay, sure. It's a little bit weird that you didn't talk to me, but that's fine. Plain old city guard. Jeez. Fine, I will go help your people. There is a ton. Like, I haven't even gotten to the world, and I've got like 6 quests already. Is it too much? Is the question. I don't know yet. Mrs. Teak. Language. Language, Selena. How much? Okay, light wood and sharp wood. Shouldn't you know this? Very light and also some sharp wood. On the mountain, okay. Now I gotta go back to the faction guy. And up we go. Nope, this way. It could. That's it. It's made a good first impression. Woo! Experience, gold, and an item. There we go. New weapon in our slot. Now, quests. How do I mark it again? How do I mark? I forget how to mark them. Oh, say it. Is it a favorite? Yep. Your seeker hub. Okay. It does. She does a little bit, but that. I mean, it's a typical like cowgirl type situation there. Okay, so I'm looking for the guy. Not you, is it? Stop freak. Okay, he's up there. Okay. The big exclamation point over your head. Yes. Okay. Central Rookie Harbor in the park. Yeah, you can mark quests. So the park in Central Rookie Harbor, which one is considered the park? Is the real question. I guess I'm gonna run around a little bit. Part of me thinks it's you. I mean, what classifies as a park here? Oh, can't go out of the areas. I'm assuming that would help just to have that, because that functionality seems to be, I mean, especially the fact that I can bring it up at a click of a controller button is nice. I will say that it needs to be a little bit more descriptive. Like, what is a park in this game? What's a park? Like, No, I don't need this. Near the in Central Rookie Harbor. So Central suggests where I was. So let's go back. I like how our friend is just basically like, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm with you. Like, is this the park? Okay, let's take a look here. In Central Rookie. So I need just to look around. Looking for suspicious people. I mean, to me, it's you. We have seen a huge influx of Harvest Moon games on Steam lately, haven't we? Are you the thief? So I can add it to my map. Ah, cool. What it means to be able to find that is a good question. I feel like I should go introduce myself to combat a little bit more. Just to make it so that you guys aren't, like, watching me run around not understanding this. Okay, let's go combat a little bit. We can come back. Combat rank is displayed. By defeating you rank will increase. With a high, enemies will drop more items, including special rare items. You'll enter the cooldown, which means... Okay, so I gotta keep my combat rank up. Sure. Hedgehogs! Man, he takes a beating. Laser bridge. I guess I can't. Can I? Maybe I can get it this way. Sandwiches. Okay, so one hedgehog beaten. I really don't want to attack it. It looks like it's having a good time. I feel bad. You look a little creepy. Yes. Sure. Henry the Researcher. Oh, something I can answer. Okay. It's a game construct, go ham, it can't feel pain. But I feel pain in my heart for harming it. That is a lot of quests. Okay. I like how, like, there are people actually still in the world, like, right around these enemies, like, just not thinking of, like, oh, were you expecting that, you know, we would be in danger of these enemies? Okay. So we got 3 hedgehogs. How do I get up to this? I don't see any way up. Up, up. Okay, fine. I'm starting to like combat more and more just because, like, I'm starting to get used to it. Down. 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 Very hard to master, so became unpopular. Well, guess what? I am the Spearmancer. The problem is, though, is that that's a problem because knocking it down, I sort of just want her to deal with it at this point because I don't want to knock myself down there too. Oh, did he just come back up to face us? Because if he did, that's lovely. Okay, so I think we've done everything we can up here, but we can go down this way. Ah, missed that dodge. Nice. My companion seems to be actually useful too, which is nice to see. Do you ever wonder what kind of music those things are? Actually, I did. Now, it will be interesting to see how much variety those little quips have. Like if he does that, if she does that multiple times, or if that's just a one-time thing. Honestly, it's hard to say right now. The list is so large at this point, and it's growing ever larger with, like, just the amount of games that are coming out. I mean, I'd love to, but it's probably not on the anytime soon list. I mean, part of the problem is that I'm so detailed in my regular reviews that I'm just... It's part of what people come to me for, but it's also got that downside of I've spent so much time on certain games. Yeah, it does add to the immersion where it's like, oh, you're not the only character that's important, or you're not the only character that's actually doing anything. This world is alive. This world is... Like, you're a part of the world, but you're only a part of it. Okay, I think I can do multiple quests. Can I favorite multiple quests here? Let's see. Set that favorite. I can go back and talk to him. Let's see if I can... Okay, so you can mark all of them, which is what I'm going to do. At least the ones that I'm in the section that I'm in. Oh, let's talk about Epic. I am torn. So anybody who's following me on Twitter will note that I asked some questions to Sergey Garavanov, who is one of the developers behind Steam Spy, but he's also one of the main people behind the new Epic Games Store. And one of my big concerns about the Epic Games Store, like I wasn't as negative as other people were. Like, people are like, oh, they're gonna try to do exclusivity. They're just trying to get new developers. They don't care about consumers. And honestly, I just found that to be ridiculous. It's just like, of course they're gonna want some exclusivity, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna force bad conditions. They may want exclusivity to start the store, but they may also give good prices. I mean, again, we saw better dev portions in their initial statement. And they've talked about, you know, okay, reviews are going to come. They are opt-in, which I'm not necessarily a fan of, but I feel like if they are opt-in, it does give you a, well, okay, if you're not going to give us, you know, the ability to do reviews, then it's already a red flag, at least on my side. But what came up today was a little bit more concerning to me, because the one thing that has bothered me about the Epic Store is the influencer portion. Specifically, the language that was used, and I was afraid of what it meant. He's clarified it, and I'm not exactly happy with it. For those who don't know, influencers are allowed to work with the Epic Games Store, and they're allowed to be connected to the game that they're promoting. And so they make a video, but what is the big concern for me is the fact that it's not your typical influencer portion where it's like, okay, for influencer portions that are disclosed properly. I'm not talking reviews, because it should never be reviews. But those who are playing the game for fun, they're acting like marketing. At first I thought, oh, it's going to be a share of the profits. Or I'm not a share of profit. It would be a fee. It's not. It's a share of the profits. It's per sale of the game. Which, at first you think, oh, well, if it's an influencer, you know, showing off the game, then it makes sense. In a real moralistic world, it would work. So if everybody was on, you know, the up and up, and they were doing things that were correct, then yes, that would make sense. You know, you say if a game is good, you say if a game is bad, and if the type of video content that you create represents the world that you're talking about in question and does a good job of it, then yeah, if you cause enough sales to help the game out, it does. I could see the argument that, yeah, you should get some compensation for it for putting new eyes on the game. My problem is that there is no separation between review-type content and influencer-like content. And specifically, an influencer and a reviewer are considered the same way in that world, and they're not necessarily distinctly talked about. So, if I'm an influencer, and I get a game, and it's a good game, it's not, or I'm sorry, it's an okay game, it's not necessarily a good game, it's not necessarily a bad game. Now I have this incentive to say, well, if it's on the edge, maybe I say it's a good game and hope that people buy it. Now, I brought that up, and I said, look, there's been scenarios in which we've seen in the past that there has been those influences that have negatively resulted in bad behavior from certain entities. We saw Machinima and the Xbox One debacle, where they promoted the Xbox One, didn't disclose properly, didn't tell people what was going on. It probably influenced sales. It probably influenced things. These were big creators. They got fined by the FCC. They had to pay a reasonable amount. We saw CSGO Lotto, which is a little bit different, but we saw that, you know, people didn't disclose their financial ties there, and people would have questioned it a little bit more if it was a situation of, oh, wait a minute, you're making money off this gambling portion? That's weird, isn't it? But the biggest one, in my mind, that was a great example of this, was the Dead Realm situation. Dead Realm was made in conjunction with a bunch of YouTubers, which those YouTubers, some of them did disclose. Let's not get that wrong. Some of them didn't, and they never really got punished for that rather well. But these were big creators, and they didn't tell anybody that, hey, guess what? You're earning money for every game of this we sell. I see that happening on the Epic Store. And when brought to his attention, Sergey's like, look, you know, we've seen what the Fortnite Creators Program has done, and we haven't seen anything in which indicates that there are bad actors on the platform. Now, and I actually do agree with him on that to a certain extent. The fact is, though, Fortnite is a free-to-play game. Yes, that may be helping those creators if people purchase skins in-game, for example. But there's something different about the free entry barrier where it's like, oh, I may not like Fortnite. Oh, but this creator got me into Fortnite. Oh, but I could try it for free, and then maybe afterward, when I've said I enjoyed the game or not, that I can maybe throw a few bucks his way because I have enjoyed myself. That, to me, makes, from the perspective of them, it makes sense. And the fact is that they're selling microtransactions that are more cosmetic. Yeah, they may be overhyping certain things. Like, oh, this looks fantastic, but you also do get a sense of, oh, you're paying for this skin. You can see what the skin is. Okay, before that, we need to have our ninja friend here. Come on, dude, not this guy again. Hi! Fight me. Oh, you're a Spheromancer too. Ooh, duels? Oh, of course I'm going to affect your duels. I do like the fact that the game's introducing some really out there characters very early on. And like introducing them in a way where it's like, okay, I want to know more about this guy. He's probably going to become an ally. Let's look at our quest. What do we have? Okay, wait, analysis. I guess that's my search type function. Cheddar Knight. Cheddar Knight. Cheesy. I guess the analysis tool... Oh, okay. Well, let's kill some more hags. Back to my point in question. It is concerning that they make the comparison to things like the Fortnite Creators Program when the sale itself isn't necessarily what gets people involved there. Like the microtransaction portion, yeah, I don't see as much of a problem there with the cosmetics. It's you get what you pay for, and you can see it. Games are a lot more complicated than that. We all know that. A perfectly regular tree. Why do I think it's not a perfectly regular tree when you tell me it's a perfectly regular tree? It's the dismissiveness that he brought up that it just it sends red flags all over the place for me. Like it just doesn't. If he would have approached it like, okay, it's something we'll take into consideration, kind of thing, I would have been a little bit more on board. But this isn't a guy. The guy did Steam Spy. He knows what kind of things can end up affecting sales. Like he even says that it's like the second most important thing other than word of mouth from your friends. So I just find it odd that he doesn't look at the ethical quandaries that appear here. So, and I know that there's no good way of doing it, unfortunately. It is a morality problem that you can't necessarily... You want to reward creators who do create content that is indicative of what's going on, and you want to reward them in a way that makes sense to quality-wise, but unless if you look at every creator's work, you're getting into a problem there. Yeah, it is not an easy problem to fix, but I'm just not happy with what they've chosen at all. So we'll see. So we can knock people in the water. They do a little bit damage to them. That's good. Oh, you hit me with a melee attack, eh? Okay, so rank C. I want to try to get some better items here. Can I get the rank B? Rank B, rank B, rank B. Where's the blue line? HP regen. It's starting to get a little bit harder. It's starting to get a little bit faster. There we go, rank B. So I got a bovine skin from that. Come on, more enemies, more enemies. Where are more enemies? I love the idea of, okay, keep up the combo, keep up, keep on going. And the fact is that I'm risking a little bit because I am using items here to try to keep myself energized, and I am taking a shit ton of damage, actually. Oh, that's not what I wanted to use, but that's fine. Rank A. More, 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 more. There is an addiction to this combat. Okay, I need to go back now. I'm gonna try to What do I have here? Got a level. That's good. I do need to get some more stuff here. Actually, I'm going to wait to go. I'm going to... Can't go that way. I haven't found all the landmarks. I'm not sure what landmarks I'm looking for, though. Okay, another bolt. Ow! That's my butt. It does help to have your companion. Did we just beat up a cow with some kind of iron mask? Yes. Oh, a little story there, too. That's nice. Oh, man. The one thing I will say, because a lot of what I've said about CrossCode so far has been positive, which rightfully so. The combat mechanics here seem to be pretty, I mean, they're pretty in-depth in terms of, like, everything that's available here, but... Okay, no trade offers. I do like the fact I like the fact that there are vendors in the middle of this while we're going about things. I think the one downside I would give the game right now is that it just threw a shit ton at you at the start of the game. Like, this is all the mechanics you need to know, and it just inundated you with a lot of stuff, and it's going to take a while for a player to get used to it. Now, granted, this is all stuff that will come up in the game, but was there a better way to introduce some of these mechanics? Like, maybe hold off on melee portions until later on, or shooting later on. I do question that because it feels like you have way too many options to begin with, and it's almost like you have too many good sets of food in front of you. You don't know where to start. You don't know where to begin. It's very easy to miss something in that, like, opening crawl of, oh, you need to learn this and this and this and this. But, like, enemy variety, like the way that they look, the fact that they are things that we've seen before, but oh, I'm expecting there to be more. And to be honest with you, I don't have a problem with there being more in the long run. I am concerned that for, like, new players who are playing this game, especially with the Steam 2-hour limit, that they start getting into it and they just be like, I don't know if I can play this. It may just be too complicated. That's really, I know I feel like I'm maybe nitpicking there, but I do think that there is something to that maybe you need to extend yourself a little bit more on that opening section. But that's, I mean, it's one of those complaints where a certain subset of players are never going to have a problem with it. Especially what I feel to be the player base that this game is looking for. Those classic RPG players that want a really interesting, I don't want to say Secret of Mana experience or Secret of Evermore experience, but experiences like that. And those are the games that I grew up with more. There are other ones that fall into that category, but this seems like somewhere between a cross of a top-down shooter, old RPGs, things like Secret of Mana. But see, what I'm afraid of is that I'm going to need a lot more time to determine if this is at the top slots. Because even the story has some interesting elements to it, even though it feels like I don't want to say a Sword Art Online, and I think it's a little bit better written than at least the anime version of things. But it's gonna. I mean, with a game like this, it's gonna take time to get into the nitty gritty of everything, and it's just like, the 3 games that I need to play more of. Actually, there's 5 I need to play more of now, to understand where they are on my list. I need to play a little bit more God of War. I need to play more of this, more Ni no Kune. I need to actually start that, and Dragon Quest XI. Just too many good games this year. I am on the edge of death. Let's wait until our HP recovers. So I'm assuming my HP will recover fully once the combo goes down. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious that it was influenced by Secret of Mana, but, you know, I will give it this. It's got its own spin on it. I mean, it is a homage, but it's not a homage to the point of, like, literally I'm trying to create the same game as that. It is its own game. I feel like I say that every year. There's too many good games in the last year. Which there are. That's part of gaming's problem right now, is the fact that there's so many good games that those games end up cannibalizing each other in terms of time. It's a good problem to have as a consumer. You just hope that you're not the one that ends up on the end of the list. Okay, so... Pathway 2. Okay, so I'm in Pathway 2. I need to find the tree. Is this the tree? No, it's not the tree. I need to find the trees in question and heal them. Yeah, so I mean, to make it perfectly clear, anybody who's looking for an action RPG, and that's the purpose of these streams, is like to introduce the game in a more casual element, to give a first impressions that are a little bit less, I don't want to say less detailed than my reviews, because I do go into a lot, but not as time bound. But anybody who seems to like the action RPG genre is going to probably love this game, especially those fans of the old Secret of Mana and Japanese RPGs. Like it still has Japanese RPG elements in some of its elements, but it's definitely of a game that is of a yesteryear, where it's not instant gratification. You're gonna need to take your time. MMO players, I can see liking this a bit. It may not be everything an MMO has to offer, but like just the idea of it being sort of an MMO like world, like I could see somebody who likes that element just coming to this game and being like, "Oh, this is interesting. I want to see more of it." Man, I really love the character development, like in the battles. Like, okay, I'm learning more about them. Now, I know there's a social element to it. Do I wish I played this over Mother Gunship? That is a... See, I mean, first instinct is obviously yes. I would enjoy it a lot more. I am enjoying it a lot more. But with that said, it's one of those situations where it's like, I felt like I was one of the only ones who was like really tearing into Mother Gunship, and I feel like certain people didn't necessarily do a good job of introducing some of the problems Mother Gunship had. So like, yes and no. I think the thing is that what you're talking about is that CrossCode focus on just the core gameplay experience. Like, it has no problems with the fact that, you know, it still looks nice. But let's be honest, it is graphics of a SNES era. But with that said, it's taken that and it's taken this timeless concept of something like Secret of Mana and been like, oh, I'm introducing this to it. I'm introducing that to it. And it feels like it's doing a lot more with what is here. I want to save my game because I haven't actually saved it yet. And that's the slight problem there in terms of with Mother Gunship is the fact that do they need to finish the game? If you got 25 hours of enjoyment out of it, let's say, and is it worth the cost of a mission? Some would argue yes. I mean, you don't have to beat a game to enjoy it in certain ways. These platforms are just like, you gotta put yourself a little bit more out there. I also like the puzzle element of these maps. Like, I'm actually having to see, where do I go next? Like, it's actually somewhat of a puzzle in itself. Okay, so I can't pick this up, but I can mark it on my map. It's... The endpoint really exposed a lot of the problems with it. Like, several of the problems with the game's repetition and some of its bullshit mechanics, yeah, they came up, but, like, you could get through them. It was just that last element, that last gasp where you had to do all those things all in a row that, yeah, there was a big problem with that. I know you really want that treasure. Darkness Lord. Microphone. Darkness Blade. I like how, like, there's like, all these people are like, Darkness Blade, Darkness Lord. It feels like an MMO. I sort of want to try to get to level B and C again. Go! Go, my friend! I also have to catch up on anime. I have not watched a good anime in a while, and I think it's because I've got so many games to play that, like with the subtitles, like I gotta pay attention, but I ended up finding myself playing more or like movies and things like that just because I don't have to pay as much attention, and I don't like a lot of English dubs lately. I don't. I think I do have a skill point I need to use. I'm guessing. I like he had enough of my bullshit. Skip. Okay, okay, circuits. Do I have any? Yeah, I've got 5 points. So I'm gonna get a ball of steel. I'm gonna up my attack. Spin dash. Defense. Those are 2 points each, huh? And I'll just increase my max HP. I have not... I don't have any plans for Altair, but it's possible. You know, I have to be honest with you. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Is it at some point we can swap? Weird. I do feel a little bad for this because you just exposing that thing over and over again. It will depend on when in spring, Dynasty. It really will. You could swap between them at any time. Okay, so you can do one but not the other. Okay. So many skills to deal with on a regular basis, but... Ow! Don't hit me! It's definitely hitting those right marks in terms of the, like, it's opening up a little bit more. It's keeping up the energy. It's keeping up, you know, the things that you'd want out of a game like this. And the more I play it, the more I want to play it. Like, I want to continue playing this. I know I have to go to bed in about 20 minutes because I have to get up for work, but it's going to be really hard to want to stop this and not just continue it tomorrow. It's you see, for content creators and reviewers in particular, one of the hardest things to do is when you get a good game and you may not necessarily be playing it for review. Like CrossCode, I hadn't when it comes to like a full review, I won't expect to do that. If it comes to it, yeah, I will. But like, I've got the top 15 overlooked games list that I'm coming up with. And the fact is, I got to work on that tomorrow. I got to edit it. I got to do everything. But I'm just going to want to play this. And that's a sign of a good game. Okay, so we've done... We gotta let's go find those... Which map am I on? Off-road 1. Let's go find... those trees in Pathway 2 and 3. Let's try to knock something off our list. Okay, so this is 2. Oh. Okay, so that's 2. And now we need to find 3. So we need to go up. I also like how combat isn't it? I mean, it's started by you right now. I'm assuming there's going to be more volatile enemies that will initiate combat themselves, but... Alright, where is the sickly tree? There we go. I also like how it actually put it in the middle of another set of trees. All right, we're going to go back and we're going to go get that reward. I feel like there's so many Japanese RPGs right now of series that I could get into, and it's really hard to like just choose one and be like, I need to get into this. Like I'm like, I still want to play Knights of Azure 2, and I want to get back to it, but like it just like I love the first game's story, even though there was some weirdness to it, but it's just like with everything else out there, it's like maybe I'll hold off for a rainy day on that one. Fist of Autumn HQ. I forget which one that is. Fruits of Autumn. Fist of Autumn. You will have leaves that fall. Yeah, fix your shit. Woo! Okay, we could also trade around, too. Trade offers. Nope, nope, nope. 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 Oh, okay, those are things that I can buy. What was it? Headphone scraps and bovine skin. I don't need bovine skin. I've got enough of that. You guys look suspicious. Are you the thieves? Sadie Shorish. Hi, Leia. Hi. No. Yeah, fix my shit. I guess we gotta look for people. Did you see it? No. Who saw the thief? Yes. Southwest on the dead end by the sea if you want to teach him a lesson. Of course I do. Of course I want to teach some people some lessons because that's what I'm here for. I'm a teacher. A teacher of pain. Hey! I'm not liking the fact that I'm falling for this, but I'm liking the fact that the story is making me fall for this. Find out where the thief went again. Autumn's rise. We will find that thief. We will bring him to justice as the paladin we are, even though we're a spheromancer. Oh. Well, that was easy. Gotta love it when... Okay. Belt. Grasswalkers. I love the names of these things. Grasswalkers, rocket boots. Ball of fist. Like, some of them are cheesy, but they're cheesy in the right way. Like, they're your typical MMO type naming. Which, again, perfect for the theme. I do need to find where this guy is, though. Oh, he hid items in the area, did he? I feel like this perfectly regular tree would be a place where he would hide items. Ninokune? Ninokuni? I haven't started it, and that's part of the problem. I haven't started Dragon Quest XI, which is part of the problem. For some reason, I felt like, okay, let me get all the games that aren't RPGs off the list first, so I can keep them to the end, and then I'm like, wait a minute, this didn't work out very well. Well, now did it? Because now, if I do have to play those games more, well, I'm going to have to play those games more, and it's going to take longer. It would still happen the same way, but... I need to find this thief and where he is. Ninokuni. 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 Okay. I swear I will look up... I already asked Andrea on 1 or 2 games on the list, that pronunciation-wise, that are on the overlooked list. And I will get Wonderstong right. I feel like the thief would be near the entrance, but maybe not. Maybe he would be in that central area. Because I don't think he would want to be in where enemies are for some reason. I do also have to I did play through a good amount of Persona 5 Dancing All Night, so I should probably make a video on that too. Basically, what I need is clones. I know I've said this 27 times or something, but I need clones. Or hire an editor to do stuff, but I feel like at the size of my channel, hiring an editor would be not a little bit silly at this point, but I mean, I would have the money for it, but no. Roshan, is that the Japanese Mega Man type game? I did. See, I figure that that give myself a little bit more. I do remember playing it. I remember playing it for the end of the year list last year, but I remember it not necessarily standing out to me. I don't remember what it specifically was off the top of my head. Rosenkreuzstil Frandensteichel. It's the Wander song. A little bit more hard to pronounce, though. And yes, I mispronounced that purposefully. Come on. Come out of your hell. I just want to throw balls at you. 10 more minutes or so. But I will start. If there are any like questions about what you want to see, what you want me to talk about in the game, like is there any specific thing that you want me to comment on? Now's the time. About 10 minutes left. Right now, the way that this game's played out, I see this even at the price. I mean, I believe the price point is $20. Actually, let me confirm that really quick. Yeah, it's $20. I mean, if you're talking about bang for buck here, whew, I almost think that's too cheap. I mean, granted, there's a lot of quality here, but aww. Oh, am I gonna do? I might as well do the duel now. Sure. I mean, I'm not sure if wanting to throw my balls at an enemy is if there's a want or if there's just a need for the situation arising that causes me to need to throw my balls at the enemy. I'm perfectly fine with slashing enemies in the face. So these enemies are a little bit tougher because they have red headphones. Yeah, just keep on coming back up. I mean, you could just keep on doing that. Is that a fire status? I can't really tell. It almost seems like a sap. Do I do that? Maybe I play this a little bit more later in the week. Because I was considering this or Time Spinner as the second stream of the week. Because the thing with Time Spinner was I did do it on Twitch at the time, but there's no record of it on this channel. So I was thinking of that. But I'm not gonna lie, I can't say that I wouldn't enjoy this, playing this more. You know what? I'll probably leave it up to a vote with the, It's frozen again? So it does not like alt-tabbing. Okay, so this game, for some reason, reactionary-wise, does not like alt-tabbing. I'm not sure why that is. Okay, so Time Spinner, yeah, I think people would want that. Okay, then I'll make sure the next one is Time Spinner. Let's see, is this now... No, okay, so it looks like the stream froze, or the game or OBS froze. I'm going to call it here then at this point because it just seems like a good place to cut off. CrossCode seems to be an action RPG that's worth your time. It's worth the $20. It's probably worth more than $20, and you're going to get bang for buck out of it. Good storyline, good graphics, good pretty much everything. So, I can't really sit here and tell you guys that there's any real problems with it, other than the tutorial section just being so long, but there's so many mechanics. So, I'm going to call it for now. I'll be back Wednesday for Time Spinner, and you'll see this on the top gameplay of the year list, that's for sure. So, I will see you all later, and as always, keep on gaming.